Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from not the Commander's Core studio, as you might have noticed. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, Skyrim. That's right, Skyrim, which I actually just looked up, came out like 12 years ago, coming in this November. Yeah, it still sees play on a variety of different platforms. People are still very much enjoying it, and now you get to enjoy some amazing custom Magic cards made by the fantastic folks over at Custom Dragon Highlander, a great community that is dedicated to custom cards. And a massive thank you to them, and a massive thank you to Alno for putting on this contest. And yeah, if you're interested in joining their amazing Custom Dragon Highlander community, make sure you check out that Discord link in the description below. And now, let's jump into those top 10 Custom Dragon Highlander cards. First up in 10th place, we've got Crassus Curio of House Lalu, and my apologies if I mispronounce anything and everything because I haven't played Skyrim in years. I used to play it a ton, haven't played it in a long time again. It came out 12 years ago, basically. Regardless, let's jump into the creature. Crassus Curio, a 1/2 human advisor for blue, red, red. Whenever a creature you control unattaches an equipment, untap this creature. Tap, tap, target, untapped lizard you control. Create the Lusty Argonian Maid, a red and blue artifact token with tap, sacrifices artifact, tap target creature. Its controller doesn't untap that creature during their untap step. And here is the Lusty Argonian Maid token. And here's what Crassus has to say about the design. Anyone who has played the Elder Scrolls may come across either this wonderful weirdo or his more famous work in later games, the Lusty Argonian Maid. I wanted to harness that weird moment where you meet him in Morrowind, as well as find a way to bring his famous creation to life. I also wanted to give a little love letter to another underappreciated tribe. I hope I did just that. Well, Crassus, you definitely did that, and there's some exciting things that you can do with this one. I mean, again, there's a lot of untapped shenanigans that can be had with this. You can utilize equipment, maybe like Lightning Greaves that cost 0 to equip, so you can move from equipment to another creature, untapping this again and again and again, utilizing more and more and more of Lusty Argonian Maid tokens, and utilizing them in great ways to tap down your opponent's creatures to really utilize, well, cards like maybe Verity Circle, or yeah, just get through in combat. So again, Crassus, a fantastic design, and congratulations on your 10th place finish. Now let's move on to 9th place with Lydia, Devoted Housecarl from Chi-Chi. And this design is a fantastic one as well. A 3/3 human warrior for 1 red, white, black. Equipment you control attached to Lydia, Devoted Housecarl, have equip, pay 2 life. You may activate this ability anytime you cast an instant. Whenever you attack with Lydia and one other creature, that creature gains indestructible lifelink and menace until end of turn. And this is what Chi-Chi had to say about the design. I wanted to capture the spirit of having a companion in Skyrim, and no better companion is there than the ever-loyal Lydia, making her carry all your gear, then constantly getting hit as you try to maneuver to whatever inconvenient spot she ended up in order to get the one piece of gear that would be perfect for the situation. It was a common occurrence for my game, which I tried to capture on this card. Well, Chi-Chi, I think you captured it perfectly. I absolutely love this design. Just saying, you know what, Lydia, let's go attack that. Oh yeah, by the way, toss me all my equipment. Thank you so much. Oh, you're in a bad situation? I'm sorry. So yeah, there's some really exciting things that you can do with this one. You can make another creature just absolutely destructive, and poor Lydia's just gonna be, out on the line to dry. So yeah, Lydia's just not gonna be having a good time, but you are gonna be having a great time with your other creature. And yeah, overall, a fantastic design that definitely made me laugh. Thank you for that, Chi-Chi. And again, congratulations on your 9th place finish. Now let's move on to 8th place with Dagon, or the Charmette from Ebb and Flow. A fantastic design with some fantastic artwork. A 5/5 elf vampire for 5. Blue, black, red. As long as you control a permanent you don't own, Dagoth is indestructible. When Dagoth enters the battlefield, move all charge counters from among permanents you control onto Dagoth by paying 2 or blue, 2 or black, 2 or red. Gain control of any number of target creatures with total toughness X or less for X the number of charge counters on Dagoth. This ability costs 1 more to activate for each target beyond the first. Or the other side, we've got an artifact, and it says at the beginning of your end step, distribute X charge counters among any number of different permanents you control, or X the number of permanents you control but don't own. Tap, sacrifice this, add colors for each permanent you control a charge counter on it. And this is what Ebb and Flow had to say about the design. While I've never played Morrowind, the Dagon AI voice meme is probably my favorite Elder Scrolls meme, so I did some research and tried to make the most flavorful Dagoth that I could, with Dagoth gaining power from Okulakan and using that power to brainwash the masses. I would just like to thank my faithful voters for voting for Ebb for Mitch's challenge. And yeah, I really like this design. It's really cool. Both sides really interact well together, and yeah, you can definitely do some very spicy and powerful things with this one. I'm thinking proliferate. I'm thinking of taking advantage of those charge counters in a lot of ways. And yeah, utilizing that ability to steal all of the things and take out your opponent. So yeah, again, congratulations, Ebb and Flow, on your 8th place finish. A fantastic design. But now let's move on to 7th place with Mehrunes Dagon from Memorman Matteo, and this is a Planeswalker commander that has 4 starting loyalty, costing 3 black-red. Dagon, as long as each player's life total is less than or equal to half their starting life total, permanents you control have Death Touch and Lifelink. That is quite powerful. +2, until end of turn, whenever one or more of your creatures you control deal combat to a player, you and that player each lose that much life. And then -X, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent with mana value X or greater for each opponent who doesn't amass demons X. And this is the lovely Demon Army token. And this is what Memorman Matteo had to say about the design. The general build idea is to go Group Slug to bring everyone's life total below half with the Healthy +2 ability, so your permanents can have Death Touch and Lifelink. Then you can swing big with your Demon Army and other creatures you get to get your life back while finishing off your opponents. I decided to make Dagon a Planeswalker because he is summoned to Tamriel from Oblivion, which in a way can be interpreted as Planeswalking. I agree with that. Dagon's abilities reflect his destructive nature and his army of Daedra followers, causing ceaseless destruction at Dagon's bidding. Well, I absolutely love this Group Slug type concept, and yeah, hey, we're both going down together, right? Just saying, you know what, you're already in pain because I'm getting through with combat damage. Now we're both in even more pain, basically doubling up your life loss from essentially saying, you know what, I got through on you, now let's double that up. Of course, that can be even more effective with, well, Double Strike, which you have access to in red, and also Extra Combat, which you have access to in red, and also, yeah, a lot of fantastic Group Slug effects in both of these colors. So overall, a fantastic design. Congratulations again, Memorman Matteo, on your 7th place finish. But let's move on to 6th place by Tubadooter with Greybeard Parthenax, and it is a 4/4 legendary snow dragon with flying that costs 3 red and a white. Legendary creatures you control without flying have prowess. On top of that, clear skies by paying 2 or a blue. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Any player may activate this ability. On the other side, we've got an artifact for 4 mana, a legendary artifact that says, instant and sorcery spells you cast that target a permanent an opponent controls have demonstrate. Now let's see what Tubadooter had to say about this card. According to the lore of Parthenax, he was once a lieutenant of Alduin. He rebelled against the tyrant and helped a human named Kind to teach humanity to use Thune against the dragons. I want to provide a way for Parthenax to be portrayed as a teacher of the voice rather than a warrior as he once was. The first ability does this, only allowing legendary creatures without flying to be one of the voice of the prowess ability. In Skyrim, to climb the mountain to get the Parthenax, you must learn the Clear Sky Shout. In-game, the shout is used more for utility and can sometimes allow you to get an extra hit off of some enemies. I felt the ability for opponents to use a shout would be an interesting combat mechanic, perhaps coerce players to swing their armies in a different way. The word walls are imperative in Skyrim to teach the players shouts, and the Greybeards do not. I wanted to represent the teaching of a shout to another via demonstrate. If you target opponent's permanent removal, you should anticipate them targeting you right back. Well, I definitely agree with that, Tubadooter. And yes, this is a fantastic design. I love the kind of politics that can happen with this, especially that clear skies where it's like, you know what, hey, you attack over there at that player, I'll make that creature unblockable so you can get through. And of course, since you have access to blue, you can really take advantage of that and take advantage of a lot of things. Demonstrate prowess, all these exciting things, what's not to love. So yeah, again, Tubadooter, congratulations on your 6th place finish. Next up though, let's move on to 5th place with Serana from Umbris Salt Manifest. It is a 1/4 vampire noble with lifelink that costs 1 red, white, black. Whenever another creature you control dies, Serana deals damage equal to its power to any target. By sacrificing 3 legendary permanents, you pay 9 life and exile this to return to the battlefield. transformed, and it turns into Eternal Night, a legendary enchantment that's got ward, sacrifice a legendary permanent. As it enters the battlefield, it becomes night. It can't become day, and vampires you control have haste, menace, and bloodthirst X, and ward pay for life. And this is what Umbrys had to say about the card. Serana was to represent her two fates, the path she follows as our companion on the front, the tragedy that she was doomed to on the back with her front side. We arm her with weapons and armor of ever-increasing power. In turn, she fiercely defends us against any foe that comes our path. With the back, I want to represent her fate. Should we not have to interrupt the ritual, she was a sacrifice for, where her death would bring about an eternal night and the undaunted rule of the vampires. And yeah, I think that is really well represented in this. I think there's some really exciting things that you can do with it. Obviously, vampire tribal with this can be fantastic with the backside. And on the front side, yeah, getting creatures into play, maybe even sacrificing them, yeah, with that ability. And yeah, just hitting your opponents for a ton of damage. A fantastic design overall. Congratulations again on your 5th place finish, Umbrys Salt Manifest. But now let's move on to 4th place with Guard of Whiterun from Artie. And yeah, this is a spicy one. A 1/1 human soldier that costs 1 red and a white. Whenever it's dealt damage and does not die, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's not legendary. Beginning of combat your turn, if an opponent controls an artifact they do not own, Guard of Whiterun, and it must attack that player if able. Whenever Guard of Whiterun blocks or is blocked by an archer, sacrifice Guard of Whiterun at the end of combat. And this is what Artie had to say about the design. Nothing more aggravating and slows down more quests than the infinite guardsmen of Skyrim. Whether they catch you stealing precious artifacts or sweet rolls, you'll be sure to be fighting multiple. So I felt it was interesting mechanically to have the card goaded against a player that stole an artifact, and if the guards are attacked, many more show up. Yet they aren't without Achilles' heel, for when it's facing off against an archer, be it blocking or being blocked, it dies. Or should I say Achilles' knee. Overall, I feel the card is quite good for wide decks, token generation, or duplication, or even self-creature damage. Well, Artie, yeah, I love this design. This is so spicy. This is just so flavorful, and there's some exciting things that you can definitely do with it. I'm thinking populate, I'm thinking Song of the World, so let's get this going. Yeah, Guard of the Whiterun, a fantastic design. So again, congratulations, Artie, on your 4th place finish. But now let's move on to 3rd place with Crassus, Dragon Priest from Nihil's. And yeah, this is a crazy one. 5/5, 5 cost, that is Wooburg, Zombie Priest. Has all activated and triggered abilities of legendary dragons you control. Spicy. Also, tap at Wooburg. You may only use this mana to cast dragon spells. Here is what Niddles said to say about this design. A dragon tribal commander in domain. Where have we seen this before? Anyways, this commander says everything it needs to say about some of the most powerful enemies in Elder Scrolls lore. I would play it as a dragon tribal deck, running powerful dragons and pumping them with anthems and lords. Hopefully the priest name matches the face on my opponents when he hits the battlefield. Yeah, this is absolutely going to be disgusting. This is crazy. Sorrow, yeah, the flavor text there definitely just sums things up. Yeah, get all the great legendary dragons out there, and there are a ton. You have access to all of them. Get them into play faster with that, tap, essentially, the great mana dork ability. And on top of that, this has all the activating triggered abilities of legendary dragons. There's some incredibly powerful ones out there. Yeah, a disgustingly awesome design. Congratulations again, Hiddles, on your 3rd place finish. But now let's move on to 2nd place with Hermaeus Mora from Neptune, a 3/4 demon avatar for 1 black, green, blue. So Sultai, at the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals the top card of the library. Secretly choose a name of a card revealed this way. Whenever a player casts a spell with the chosen name, reveal that choice. If you do, you may pay Sultai. When you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets to the copy. Otherwise, so each player discards a card. And this is what Neptune had to say about the design. The Demon of Knowledge. All shall be revealed. Come closer and bask in my presence. This commander wants to know all in the form of top of everyone's library, being able to copy as I please. All seekers of knowledge come to me sooner or later. Yeah, this design is so cool. Being able to absolutely just see, I'm going to know what is going on. I'm going to know what's going to be in your hand. I'm going to know what you're probably going to be able to cast. And also, I'm going to be able to copy the ones that I want to copy. I get to secretly choose that. Your opponents won't know what's going on. They don't know what you've written down. They don't know what you've selected. So you know what? Hey, they're casting something. They're like, should I cast this? Because they might just copy it and steal it. You can use things like Twinning Staff. You can use other things that can copy that even further. You can make your opponent's cards into your own and even better than your opponents. So yeah, this is a fantastic design. I absolutely love it. I can think of a lot of cool things to do with it. So yeah, again, congratulations, Neptune, on your second place finish. But now the moment that you've all been waiting for, first place with Astrid the Black Hand by Boros, a fantastic design, a 6/1 human assassin with first strike and death touch, costing 2 black and red. Whenever it attacks, defending player may have you create 2 treasure tokens. If they do, untap it and that player gains control of it. Goated. When Astrid dies, if its owner didn't control it, exile it and return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, and it transforms into the Betrayal of the Night Mother. This one has 3 different lore counters for it. The first one is going to be for each opponent, choose a creature card in their graveyard, return those cards to the battlefield, goad them for as long as you control this card. The second is until your next turn, whenever one or more creatures attack your opponent's create treasure token. The third one is draw up to 3 target legendary creatures, create the Blade of Woe, a legendary black equipment artifact token with whenever equipped creature deals combat to a player, that player loses 10 life and you gain 10 life and equip 2. And this is the amazing Blade of Woe, and yeah, that is a heavy hitting artifact equipment token. And this is what Boros had to say about the design. One of my favorite quest lines in Skyrim was the Dark Brotherhood. From the various creepy ways you can be introduced to the group, to the tale of betrayal and madness it involves, I really loved it. I tried to capture that feeling in my card for Astrid. For a price, she'll betray you, but if you take her down after she does, you can be greatly rewarded. I run Astrid in a removal heavy shell with some proliferation for the saga, along with some goading to go well at the second chapter, then put the equipment on an evasive creature and hit where your enemies can't see you coming. I absolutely love the layers to this card, Boros. This is a fantastic design, just so spicy, so cool, so effective. Yeah, this is going to be changing hands left and right, being able to actually just take it out as well, and then starting that, quest essentially with the Betrayal of the Night Mother. I absolutely love it. A fantastic design, definitely worthy of first place again. Boros, congratulations on your first place finish. So again, a massive thank you to the amazing folks over at Custom Dragon Highlander. And again, thank you, Alano, for putting together this contest. If you are interested in joining the amazing community of Custom Dragon Highlander, make sure you check out that Discord link in the description below. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one.
This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.